All right, guys, we're back for part two. We are having just come off of the big UFC rules match between Sakuraba and help me out here, John. Suzuki. That's who it was. Suzuki. Yeah. Wow. And Suzuki won with a sleeper. Is basically what it was, but it was a properly executed sleeper. The name of the move is a sleeper because if executed properly, it cuts off your blood flow and puts you to sleep.
Absolutely. And like I said, Suzuki to me just struck me as a dangerous man from the opening bell. Despite the fact that he had one arm negated in this matchup, I said to Sakuraba, do not sleep on it. Stay on him. And that's exactly why Suzuki showing his submission acumen, getting a beautifully executed sleeper hold, which, like you said, you really don't see sleeper holds look that sophisticated, look that refined really anymore. And I think
Yeah,
that's
he
why it was.
really had the arm in the neck there. It was, and the thing is, JR is calling it a rear naked choke, but it was just a really well executed sleeper hold.
Yeah, and I really can't fault JR because it looked so devastating that you even heard me, Ashton, refer to it as a choke a few times because it just had that look, that devastation, especially when you saw Sakuraba's face, like it was a choke. But you're absolutely right. By all technical accounts, it was a proper and legitimate sleeper hold. Gets the job done for Suzuki here. Unbelievable.
And this is one thing that I can really appreciate about Japanese wrestling. Every now and then, their matches will make people that aren't accustomed to what goes into a wrestling match go, okay, maybe that match wasn't scripted, but the other ones are. And this
Yeah,
was that kind of match. And I mean, we know it was scripted because the guys were still selling kicks and that kind of stuff. And it's not like, it's not like they weren't cooperating with each other. But at the end of the day, it felt real.
and look at this show of respect here. Quite surprising from where I'm in between Sakuraba and Suzuki, but really amazing to see. And you see Suzuki telling something to Sakuraba. It'll be one of those things where what did one say to the other, but I'm sure nothing but mutual respect between these two guys. Even though again, it felt like this matchup was much quicker than I anticipated. This is easily my personal favorite match of the night thus far because I just love these kinds of styles on display. And yeah, that just had a nice sense of brutality to it, and just really enjoyed that bout.
Well, if there's anything that I can say, John, don't start throwing around match of the night contenders until you see the main event matches.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, that's why I'm not even saying match of the night objectively. Just for me personally, that was an early personal favorite. But I assure you, given the main event matches on this card, it is sure to be overtaken. I,
Oh, up next is the match that I'm looking forward to most that isn't a main event. Tomohiro Ishii, Togi Makabe, or Makabe, or however you pronounce his last name, the Never Openweight Championship. This match right here, I remember back in the day, there was a match that people crapped on because there was too much no selling. And CM Punk made a post on his live journal, that's what it was, about how anybody that hates that match doesn't understand wrestling because the psychology going into the match was that it was all about pride and honor and that kind of stuff, and that the guys wanted to prove that they were the better man. And that was the one where I picked up the line because it's one of my favorite CM Punk lines ever. Anybody, if you hated this match, I hate you, and I'm going to no-sell your mother giving birth to you. And that's what kind of match this is going to be. These guys
that's
are going to absolutely kill each other, and there is going to be so much no-selling, it's not even going to be funny. Oh, here we go, Makabe.
Oh man. Well, after that sell, folks, how can you not be hyped for this matchup? I mean, given everything else we've seen so far tonight at Wrestle Kingdom 9, I think this is going to be the matchup that really makes people stand up and take notice. Makabe versus Ishii. It's going to be insane.
John, I know you're not familiar with either one of these guys, but
Right.
trust me when I tell you that these are two of the most physical, hard-hitting wrestlers in Japan. And the fact that it's in Japan alone tells you that it's kind of on another level as far as physicality goes. And these guys are at the peak of physicality in that overly physical style.
Absolutely. As you see, I believe is that Ishii coming out first with the chain on his neck?
That's Makabe. Or
Makabe.
Makabe.
Okay. Makabe.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't decide how to pronounce his name.
I know. Well, like I said, I already apologized earlier in the show for what I was sure was going to be many incorrect pronunciations, but I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just trying the waters as best I can. But yeah, Makabe or Makabe. See, I'm doing it. Makabe there with a chain around his neck. I mean, if that doesn't just kind of give you the idea of physicality, I don't know what does. As if to say, yeah, that's right. I'll use this against you. What of it?
He's a throwback, dude. He is a Bruiser Brody style killer.
Oh, that's exciting right there to hear. And here comes Ishii here. Tomohiro Ishii. And, I mean, who do you like in this match, Ashton?
I like Makabe. I'm a fan of his.
All right, well, we have Ashton there. As I'm sure you'll hear in a lot of matches, I really can't give a lot of analysis, which kind of upsets me because I really like having the, discussions of, each style and things like that. But, I mean, I'm sure as time goes on, I'll be able to point things out about each guy's offense. And there you see the Never Openweight Championship.
Absolutely. And Ishii, best known as the Stone Pitbull. That nickname alone, if that doesn't sell you on how tough this guy is, I don't know what will.
I mean, just look at that face, Ashton. That's a hardened expression. I think that's seen a lot of brutality. And
this guy looks like somebody that could succeed in just about any physical sport that he would put his mind to. I mean, this is the kind of guy that he could be a sumo wrestler, he could be a pro wrestler, he could be an amateur wrestler, he could be a UFC fighter, he could be a bare knuckle fighter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that he is a tough son of a gun who hits really, really hard.
Absolutely. But you look at there, though, Ashton, I think he's got like that athletic tape on the shoulder, does Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, he's been having shoulder problems since G1, which was in August.
Well, in a match that you've kind of noted for its brutality, you don't want to wear a bullseye like that, and Ishii's taking that risk against Makabe. And already with the strikes. And look at that forearm, leading in by Ishii. And
the test of strength. They're trying to knock each other over.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, my God. Unstoppable force meets immovable object, except they're both immovable objects in this case.
And then, look at that. Scoop slam there. Almost like
another one.
And there's
from the other one. That one's from Makabe.
Makabe there, beautiful. And you see, you gotta wonder, Ashton, and I'll ask you this, since again you seem to know just a little bit more than I do. I mean, Ishii there with the bullseye of his shoulder, you got to imagine with the test of strength and with other maneuvers, he'll probably have a little bit of more give than Makabe in this matchup. It really could serve Makabe well here. Oh, what a chop to the throat.
Yeah, Ishii does not care.
There's another. I mean, I've heard chops to the chest, but I mean directly to the throat, and you hear the referee admonishing Ishii for it. But as you said, he just does not care. He will disregard those admonishments if it means getting a little bit of a lead in this contest.
Yeah, this is the strong style. This is what everyone talks about when they talk about Japanese wrestling. The strong style, the obnoxiously stiff strikes, the no selling. That's what defines this match.
And I gotta say, Ashton, I really appreciate from the Japanese wrestling culture. We saw it with Mahane and now Ishii here. They utilize every part of their body as a weapon, including the head. It's just anything they know that can hurt another man, they will not rule out using in a contest. And you see there again, both these guys and Makabe.
Oh, you're talking about Hanma.
Yeah, Hanma. Sorry. And yeah,
I was trying to figure out who you meant when you said Mahan, man.
Like I said, like names are going to be all over the place. And again, I really apologize, but yeah, Hanma is exactly who I meant. We saw 2 headbutts from him in his contest earlier tonight.
I think we're probably going to see a few headbutts in this match too.
And you see
Ishii is another one. Ishii loves to throw headbutts, man.
And I love it. I love that there is no give in either of these guys. Look at that.
Oh wow, Ishii challenging him.
Wow.
It's like 2 gorillas just swinging at each other.
It really is. It's a battle for supremacy. Who is superior between these two.
Just
And
a couple of silverbacks battling it out over territory, man. It's amazing.
Look at that Northern Light suplex from Makabe.
And that's a great way for them to remind you that even though it's strong style and even though they're beating the living crap out of each other, it's still a wrestling match.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have people in the Western world like to brag about their barroom brawls and this and that. I don't know if you'll really see a fight the caliber of what these two are putting on right now with their strikes, with intermittently, the wrestling holds and suplexes. It's a very different style that I'm not accustomed to, but it's for that exact reason that I'm left really quite enthralled by these two right now. As you see there.
Dude, Makabe is absolutely going at it.
Yeah, he is, but Ishii is just inviting him for more. I mean, we know the catchphrase of a Ryback is "feed me more," but I mean, these guys, they're living it. They don't have to say it because they're going out and they're doing it. Ishii is just flat out challenging Makabe. Come on, hit me harder. And he's trying to, but there's Ishii now in the corner there with the clothesline, and just amazing. And here, Ashton, I do kind of eat crow here, as you see also athletic tape on the back of the leg that I just noticed from Ishii. But that's not really coming into play here because, like you said, it's that strong style. It's that strike. It's not really about cerebral wrestling or really psychological. It's one guy really trying to prove that his will is stronger than the other man's.
Exactly.
And you see here Makabe on the ropes. Oh man, that's never a good place.
Oh wow!
The delay from Ishii, and there's the superplex. Wow,
that was almost a deadlift, dude. That was crazy.
Ishii, the pure raw power. And is Makabe bleeding from the mouth, or is that a mouth?
He has a red mouthpiece in his lower jaw.
Okay, because at first I thought it was bleeding from the mouth. So thank you for catching that there.
Is he gonna go for a pile driver or a power bomb?
Power bomb. They're out, but look at it. He's got the hook though. There's the pin. I know he doesn't keep the hook. I know sometimes guys will keep the leg lock and transition into like a hold or like another strike, but Ishii just allowing for the release. But you know what? Why
off the ropes?
Oh, and he ducks. Makabe tried to get something going, and he got the forearm there, but and again.
Oh, the lariat.
Oh, man, what a mad dude. I'm really digging this strong style with these two guys. Just awesome.
It's very different from what we're used to in the States, but there's something majestic about two guys just trying to kill each other.
There's a very attractive quality to this type of wrestling. You see now the powerbomb from Makabe.
Yeah, it's not catch can. There's no holds. They're not trying to reverse anything. It's just I'll hit you really, really hard, and then you hit me really, really hard, and I will feel better afterwards than you will.
And at the risk of beautiful German. And at the risk of sounding like that snob at a local wine vineyard, I like to consider myself something of a purist with the wrestling that I like, with the catch can and the scientific wrestling. But these guys, with their brawling style, with their strongman style, they're pulling me in just as well as any really scientific wrestling bout. And I think that's the biggest compliment I can pay these two guys.
Yeah, and I think that this is really proof that brawling style can be just as interesting as the technical style. And it's one of those things where when you think about WWE, a lot of the time they'll say, oh, our top guys have brawling style. They're brawlers. Well, your top guys can be interesting. Just do what these guys are doing.
Exactly. And you see Makabe tried to go for that avalanche.
Oh, he's turning around. He's actually reversing it on Ishii. Or on Makabe.
Yeah, Ishii there. Oh, with the claw. Oh, and now Makabe
says nope.
But he fights back up. Beautiful. Wow, there is no give in either of these guys. Unbelievable. And look at Makabe kind of shifting himself a little bit. Now on the second rope. And
he's going to go for a fireman's carry?
Oh, man, what is this?
That is strength.
The power.
Ishii is not a small dude to be doing that to.
Oh, my God. And there it is. Holy crap, and he's got the leg hook there. It is going to be a pin. I didn't know if he was going to try and go for a submission, but it was a pin attempt.
What do you even call that move? It was almost like a weird modified Samoan drop off the top rope.
It was like a Samoan drop in a marriage with just a Death Valley driver, it seemed like, because he didn't really land on his back. He landed more like on his side to me. But Ashton, I mean, let's just focus here, not necessarily on the technology of the... And there's and you see Ishii though, even after taking a move off the top rope, still staggering, still not giving to Makabe.
Oh, and he just no-sold that kick.
And I think that's the first time that athletic tape on the wounded leg comes into play. And there is a clothesline by Makabe that takes Ishii down, but only for a 1 count. Wow.
He kicked out at 1.
After everything he's endured, folks, this is the same. I mean, Ishii kicked out at 1, and it was Ishii who ate that avalanche Samoan drop off the top rope. Just crazy. Crazy. Oh, my God.
Matt Striker called it a lariato. He thinks he's Japanese because he's calling Japanese wrestling.
I mean,
have you ever heard that get called in Japan?
No.
Where someone hits a huge lariat and the announcer says, lariato!
Yeah, actually, yeah, probably on like top 10 lists and stuff. Yeah. With Japanese wrestlers, I've heard it. And now, look, what a release, German.
But Makabe no sold it.
Oh, there's the lariat. Oh, my God. And there's another power out at 1. Oh, my God, dude.
These guys are ridiculous.
Just unbelievable.
JR just said lariato.
That's amazing.
Dude, Makabe looks like he's going to kill someone.
He does. He looks so focused.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Just stiff strikes to the neck at this point. The neck and chest area for both guys.
And Ishii looked trying to pump.
Oh, the chop to the freaking neck.
Makabe.
Oh, he headbutted him.
Oh, battering ram by Ishii. Oh, my dude, I'm losing my damn mind over here.
How did he not knock himself out with how hard he just drove his head into Makabe's chest?
He was determined. Now, what's this? Oh, beautiful. 2. Oh, no, it's not off. Oh, wow. I honestly thought that was going to be it there. Wow.
That took all of the referees' 2.5 count, though.
It did. I think Makabe is starting to...
Well, Makabe is not going to let him suplex him. He got him up, and no, he landed on his feet.
And there's
the enziguri.
Size doing an enziguri. Come on now. I mean, Ashton, here's the thing. You and I, and deservedly so, I'm not trying to take anything away, but we praise the Luke Harpers and big men like that at times for their ability to eat offense and do things that seem abnormal for their stature. But these guys are just in a completely different class to me. It's unbelievable what they're doing.
Clubbing blow to the back.
Maybe
double lariat. Another lariat from Ishii onto Makabe.
Ishii, I think, is in the driver's seat right now. I think it's safe to say. But
dragon suplex!
Dragon suplex by Makabe. And 2 count. Oh, my God, only a 2 count. Oh, my goodness, folks. What are we witnessing right now?
Dude. A dragon suplex in a strong style match, though.
Hey, I said Suzuki and Sakuraba was going to be easily overtaken, and wouldn't you know it, the very next match on the card achieved it, because these guys are blowing my mind right now. And look at that, they're trying to fight up, using each other as support while exchanging blows. They're both back to a vertical base, but who's going to be the first one to give it up? And look at Ishii. It's like Ishii just entered the ring. It's like he really hasn't expended much, but we know he has. We know he's eating offense, but he just wants to keep going. And look at the almost like the machine gun, like piston forearms there.
They just headbutted each other and almost knocked each other out.
Oh, my
God. Oh, the clubbing blows to the chest.
Sledge. That's a Polish hammer there by Makabe. And he's setting up for another Polish hammer. Can he connect with it? And he does.
One, yep.
Second Polish hammer there by Makabe.
In 1.
And
another 1.
Another 1 count. What the hell?
Dude, Ishii is going to... Oh, wow.
What a lariat there.
Here we go. 1, 2.
2.
Oh, he kicked out.
Finally, the first time Ishii looks human in this matchup, and I was just getting ready to ask you, Ashton, I mean, if you're Makabe, you've got to start getting a little frustrated here at the inability to really put a dent in.
Oh, is Makabe going to the top?
Oh, man.
What the heck is he going to do?
The top.
A knee to the head.
What a knee.
That's got to be it. 1, 2. Yes.
Man, that's enough. That's
Makabe
enough.
wins. Oh, my God.
What a matchup.
We have a new Neverweight Open champion.
Holy crap.
Or never Openweight?
Yeah, never Openweight.
I said it backwards. Yeah, the new never Openweight champion of the world is Makabe. Makabe. Okay, Matt Stryker just said Makabe, so I guess we'll go with that.
I don't know. Makabe just seems like it'd be more correct, but we'll go with Makabe.
Togi Makabe. Oh, and he's going after Ishii still. Did you see that? He swung his head.
Match is over, Makabe. You can rest easy now.
He's not done, man. He's going to be experiencing PTSD from that match.
That was a matchup that I think showed. I think you said it so perfectly. That brawling style can be engaging. It can be enthralling. It can tell its own story. And I love the journey that we just took with these two individuals.
Did Makabe just flip off the sky?
Screw you, Sky God! Yeah.
Oh, screw yourself!
But let me tell you something. If you're Ishii, it's got to sting losing your never Openweight championship, but he's got nothing to be ashamed of in my book.
Yeah.
The things
I think he needs shoulder surgery. That's probably why they took the title off of him.
Yeah.
Because his shoulder has been messed up for months now, man.
And to have a match like that, though, with a messed up shoulder...
Yeah, that speaks volumes.
Respect. Anybody that, I think wouldn't enjoy a match like this, not even taking into account the injuries that Ishii came walking into this with, and I'm sure Makabe, I can assume is in good health, but you never know what things a man walks in
After that match, how's anyone in good health?
Yeah, exactly. And he walks out with the chain. He earned the right to wear that chain around his neck after that performance. Good God. What a contest, folks. That was the one that I think really, what a rush for me to watch.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right. I believe that the next match on this card is going to be the Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Ryusuke Taguchi versus Kenny Omega. And I am a huge fan of Kenny Omega.
To me, Ashton, let's talk a little bit of analysis here while Wrestle Kingdom 9 is kind of, recapping some other events and things. To me, Ashton, this is a must-win matchup for Kenny Omega. And then on a bigger scale, this is a must-win matchup for the Bullet Club. You saw, they started out the night, the Young Bucks were not able to capture the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. Bullet Club, I think, would love some gold back in their camp.
They do have gold. They do have gold. The IWGP Tag Team Champions are Karl Anderson and Doc Gallows.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Gallows and Anderson do have tag gold.
But they are also defending that gold tonight against Goto and Shibata.
To me, I look at Kenny Omega's matchup as an insurance policy. If he's able to secure that championship...
Well, they do call him the cleaner. That's about as close to an insurance policy as you can have.
Yeah, absolutely. And Taguchi, what a story for him, because, again, you and I really educated ourselves before each matchup. He's had problems with the Bullet Club since their original leader, his former tag team partner, Prince Devitt. Now,
yeah.
Finn Balor, of course. So this is a matchup that, for me personally, as far on the outside as you can conceivably get, there is a lot of intrigue for a man like me looking into this world really for the first time. So...
Yeah, absolutely. And as of right now, it looks like they're doing a little bit of a promo for ROH because New Japan and ROH share a lot of talent. They have a lot of guys that go between shows.
Right, and we've had the privilege of seeing some of those shows where they work together. Hell, this is kind of one of those shows tonight because you will see AJ Styles and other people featured.
AJ Styles is technically a New Japan wrestler now.
That is true. Yeah.
But we got introduced to the New Japan characters through the ROH New Japan show War of the Worlds.
Yes, that's right. That's right. What a show that was.
It was incredible.
That was the show, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was Elgin versus Styles versus Okada.
Yeah.
Which is just an incredible
And also on that show was Nakamura versus Steen, which is what introduced me to who ended up being my favorite Japanese wrestler.
Yes, that's right. Shinsuke Nakamura, who is in action tonight. Can't wait for that.
Against the king of flippy shit, Kota Ibushi. Or at least that's what he used to be. I don't know if he's changed his style at all since he's gone from junior to heavyweight.
Yeah, that's right. He did see a promotion in weight class. So it'll be interesting to see how that morphs, how that transforms
The
his
junior
style.
division, you have to be under 225 pounds. So he's been able to put on some weight. I am genuinely curious if that has either A, inhibited his high flying at all, or B, added even more to his arsenal in the form of power moves.
Yeah, very good question, Ashton, and one that I definitely think will be answered when it comes to their contest. And just so much. I mean, we got
Let me ask you this,
Tanahashi.
John. Are you at all familiar with Kenny Omega?
It's a name that I've heard floated around the independent scene, but I don't think I've ever formally seen his work.
I
I
think that
think
if I had to describe Kenny Omega in one word, it would be creative. Because he, first of all, a lot of his names of his finishers are video game references.
that's really cool.
For the longest time, he used. I know you're familiar with Street Fight, but he used Hadoken,
Ah, yeah,
and he
yeah.
did like the thing where he was like building up energy like a Kamehameha almost, and then he just did a straight double fist punch to the person's gut, and that was his finisher for a while.
Wow.
And it was the Hadoken. And now his finisher is a ridiculous electric chair single leg hook pile driver called the One Winged Angel,
What?
which is a reference
Oh,
to Sephiroth from Final Fantasy.
that what? I mean, Kenny Omega making his entrance now. I mean, look. Normally, it's said that only douchebags wear sunglasses indoors, but
But Kenny Omega is the epitome of a douchebag in New Japan, so that's still appropriate.
it's still appropriate. But with a man with that kind of capability,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna slander him.
Yeah. And creative, if I was allowed to use more than one word, if I could use two, I would say creative and charismatic, because this dude exudes charisma. He is one of the most unique performers on the planet right now. And I don't know if he's gotten any offers from WWE or not, but if he has, I'm ecstatic that he turned him down, because he is on a creative level above that of WWE, and they would not know how to use him.
I have to agree there. That's always been a concern of mine, with guys that leave a realm like this and go to WWE. Is the creative outlet just completely changing. And it's nice to see Kenny Omega be able to exude that personality. And here comes Taguchi. Here comes the champion.
Absolutely.
But you know what? This is a match. Why I like this match again. Going back to our pre-match analysis, Ashton, you and I, it's a matchup that I think transcends titles. That there is that bad blood there for Taguchi, for the Bullet Club. And if you're Kenny Omega, I think it's about really, earning your keep and earning your spot within the faction. I mean, what better way to put your stamp on it than to bring gold home?
Absolutely. Yeah, especially because at a point in 2014, I mean, the Bullet Club were a dynasty. They had the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Championships, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, and the IWGP Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now all they have left is the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships in Doc Gallows and Karl Anderson. And Kenny Omega is amazing. I mean, he thinks he's Scott Hall at this point, basically. Call it as you see it. He thinks he's Scott Hall. 1996 Scott Hall, to be specific.
The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance. Omega versus Taguchi.
I freaking love Kenny Omega, dude.
And Kenny Omega, we've said by quite a few performers tonight that just do not give a damn. And I think Kenny Omega, it's not just in the offense, but in how he treats other people. This guy is as crass, as brash, as arrogant, just from his entrance, his walk alone, and those mannerisms, as anybody I've seen in some time.
Kenny Omega has another really, really amazing finisher that I don't think he uses anymore since he kind of innovated the One-Winged Angel.
Right.
It was, what was it called? Kreutz Wrath, that's what it was. And what it was he had the guy in an electric chair, and then he drops them forward, grabs them by the waist, deadlift German suplex into a bridge.
Wow.
He's incredible.
Look at Kenny Omega there early on with the mind games, kind of, brushing off Taguchi, really absorbed with himself. But the thing with Taguchi is you don't want Kenny Omega to work you up. You don't want him to rattle you, because any wrestler, I don't care if you're a high flyer, you do strong style, whatever your style of preference is, however you go about your business, when you're rattled, when your mental game is off, universally that's bad for all competitors. Look at Kenny Omega just spit on Taguchi. That's what I'm talking about there. Trying to incite that rage of Taguchi, trying to get him to make a mistake. And I got to
that
tell
right
you,
there, those tactics are exactly why Japanese wrestling fans hate the Bullet Club, because the Japanese wrestling is supposed to be about honor, respect, only clean finishes, no interruptions, no shenanigans, just straight up 2 men, 2 go in, 1 comes out the winner. It's all about, who's the better man. And the Bullet Club brought all of the sort of Western tactics, the distractions and the interferences and all that kind of stuff over with them from America. And the Japanese fans resent them for it. And it's gotten them immensely over his heels, but they are also so cool that it's gotten to the point that they're almost so loathed universally that people are starting to respect them for it.
And look at Kenny Omega there with the evasion.
I'm telling you, man, Kenny Omega is a phenomenal performer.
I look at Taguchi there with the ankle lock.
Great transition.
Beautiful transition by Taguchi, but look at Kenny Omega. They're able to pick the leg clean off, kick him off.
Shoulder block.
And now Taguchi there.
Those lines him over the top rope. Yep.
And this is where you want to be if you're Taguchi. The match right now is at a pace that I think is very desirable to his style.
Absolutely.
And Kenny Omega, you see, he's on.
We have the Young Bucks distracting Taguchi.
Young Bucks unsuccessful.
Kenny Omega is behind him.
And look at Kenny Omega.
He has a spray can.
Oh, man, that's going to impair Taguchi's vision.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh, that was direct eye contact. Oh, and Ashton, this match may not go on much longer. I mean, you're talking a very lethal impairment here.
He puts it in his drums. God, I love Kenny Omega. You know how I always talk about how Fandango on WWE has a direct line to my funny bone?
Yeah.
Kenny Omega is that, but with more consistency.
Wow. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a more beautiful marriage between, technical competence and just oozing charisma as this Kenny Omega here. And again, this is another, even though he's more Western. I would like to think, I think this is my first exposure, and if it isn't, then, it is in the sense that I need to be refreshed about who Kenny Omega is, and what a refresher this has proven to be.
Yeah, Kenny Omega is just so underrated. It's criminal.
And Taguchi, I mean, Paul Heyman likes to say, if you can't breathe, you can't fight. Well, if you can't see, it's a lot harder to fight.
Look at that shoulder uppercut, whatever you want to call it, into the corner.
Yeah, that back elbow, just beautiful there by Omega. And he hooks the leg in deep, but Taguchi kicks out.
Kenny Omega's hair looks ridiculous right now. For the longest time, he just rocked regular blonde curls, and now he's got it all dyed gray and black and white, and I don't even know what he's going for.
Yeah, it's such a clash of colors. It's like Cruella.
Oh, you know what? That might be another
Scott Hall,
Sephiroth. That might be another Sephiroth reference because he had gray hair.
Oh, wow. Was Sephiroth like the villain of the Final Fantasy series? I'm not too familiar. I don't know if you are.
I'm not extremely familiar with it either, but if I had to guess, I would say probably yes. If not anti-hero, maybe.
Oh, and look at Omega there, getting the torque there with that choke. And
yeah, dude, both feet on the face.
But you know what? I like that from Omega. I mean, as dastardly as he is, as scummy as he may be at times, I like how he knows how to utilize the ring, so that becomes a weapon in itself that Taguchi has to fight against. That's another thing. A wrestler that can really utilize the ring as a weapon, I've often said that it almost makes it seem like the opposition that's feeling the brunt of that effect is wrestling a handicap match against, the other opponent and the ring. And Omega really had great utilization there. And now you see he's trying to set up Taguchi with a front suplex here. Maybe a brainbuster.
Oh, he's holding him up. That power, though.
Oh,
Holy crap.
God.
He kept him up into the vertical.
And he gets it.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful power on display there from Kenny Omega. And you see there he does the gun, shoots the bullet. It may soon be over here. The cleaner may be about to get the job done. And he's feeling it, man. He's feeling it. He's got that arm stretched out.
Oh,
man.
He's going to do the buzzsaw. See, here's one thing that Kenny Omega does. Before every match, he shaves his arms and legs 3 or 4 days before every match so that by the time the match comes, he has really sharp stubble going on. So that's what just happened.
Oh, man. I love a guy that puts that much thought into his character on offense.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
He's amazing.
I think Kenny Omega, I mean, I said I love the Bullet Club, and Kenny Omega is certainly winning me over. But you got to admire the heart of Taguchi. Going in, had a handicap midway through because of the spray. His vision is still greatly impaired, and he's still not giving Kenny Omega an inch. He's fighting for everything that he's got here.
If we are being perfectly honest with ourselves here, though, Taguchi feels like he's outclassed right now.
And look at that.
Oh, and that helps too.
The damn Bullet Club, the Young Bucks there. But look, he sends Kenny Omega onto the Young Bucks. And that could be the opening that Taguchi needs.
Absolutely.
He's got to capitalize on this here. The crowd, I think, is feeling it.
A little bit more than he should be.
This is where you've got to be urgent. There's the senton on everybody.
Still got it, though. He still got it. That's what matters.
And now this is a point you want to talk about not showboating and having a sense of urgency. He can't be doing this here. I strongly advise against this. Kenny Omega has proven himself to be very capable, but not only capable, but downright dangerous. I do not agree with this showboating by Taguchi. He needs to get on Omega now, and you see finally he is getting him back in the ring. I think the tide may have safely turned, and you see now Springboard gets the drop kick. Missile drop kick there by Taguchi, goes into the cover. And he gets a near fall.
Kenny Omega kicked out of that one. And even though it does sort of feel like the tides are turning a little bit, you still have to feel like Kenny Omega's one move away from getting all the momentum back in his favor.
Oh, absolutely, Ashton. You can't sleep on Kenny Omega for a moment.
Oh, is Taguchi going for a Three Amigos?
I think so. It's the vertical. He's got the second one. Can he get the third? Can he get the third?
Oh,
but Omega fights through. Omega fights, and just like you said, Ashton. One counter from taking it all back, gets the waist lock. I think was trying to go for a German. Now Taguchi does the reversal. Omega off the ropes. Ducks the close line. Oh, look at the slide through.
And he just kicked his leg out.
Beautiful. And does the gun again. Taguchi, it may be over. That
was like an inverted. No, that was like a famouser, over the back famouser.
Yeah, over the back famouser. Beautiful formation. But Taguchi, that was a very lackadaisical cover, but maybe he just didn't have it in him to give him more fun.
Kenny Omega is such a comic book villain. It's amazing.
It really... And he's a comic book character in the best possible way, you know? Like, he's not hammy or cartoony.
Oh, Nelson, what's he going for here?
Maybe
Dragon suplex, maybe?
Oh, but Taguchi, they're able to stiff the effort. But Omega, they're still in a dominant position with the back exposure of Taguchi, in my mind. And you see it pays dividends there. And now look, he's got him in a powerbomb power driver position. And it's going to be powerbomb. Buckle bomb.
Turnbuckle.
Face. Oh, man, that had to be a desperation counter for Taguchi, but it pays off.
Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb.
Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb there.
1, 2. Kenny Omega kicks out.
Oh, man. Taguchi now is in control.
Oh, is he going to go to the top rope? He's going to the top rope. What's he going to do?
Again, I just those few seconds of showboating, but we'll see now. And see, Kenny Omega gets back to a vertical base.
I think Omega's going to go for a superplex here.
I'll tell you what, Kenny Omega strikes me as, Ashton, correct me if I'm wrong, like, I mean, even just there, stopping the aerial maneuverings of Taguchi, he's like a pit bull. He will just nibble at that ankle, pick at that ankle, or pick at anything for that matter, to stiff the other guy's offense. And again, right before Taguchi can make anything happen, Omega is right back on him. Just amazing here. And you see now.
I don't know. I think Kenny Omega is more like a really vicious Pomeranian than a pit bull.
I'll take it. Either way, now Taguchi may finally be where he needs to be.
Crossbody. Oh, the
oh, and Omega.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
I guess that I could say that if I had to add a third word to that list of ways to describe Kenny Omega, it would be athletic.
I'd say, after that maneuvering, good Lord.
Oh, he's going for a deadlift.
Oh, and
deadlift.
He got it. Is it going to be a gut wrench, or is it going to be like a power bomb, or
a deadlift sit-out power bomb?
Oh my God! Eat your heart out, Jack Swagger. Good Lord.
Oh God! Don't even bring up that scrub.
I know. In comparison to that maneuver, Jesus. Oh, that was a pure deadlift.
He's going to go for it. He's going for Kreutz Wrath.
Oh. Taguchi may fight out of it,
Although
though.
it could have been Kreutz Wrath or the One-Winged Angel.
Oh, look at this. Oh, but the victory roll. Victory roll countered by Omega, too. And, two count.
See, that's the thing. If Kenny Omega gets you up in an electric chair, you can't know what to defend because he could be going for Kreutz Wrath. He could also be going for the One-Winged Angel. They both set up with the electric chair.
Oh, and I'll get to 2 count. I was gonna say
double underhook, like the chicken wing face buster, I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. Chicken wing. That goes right back to the ankle lock. We saw this earlier in the matchup.
But Kenny Omega reversed it very quickly.
Yeah, and you see, actually, I don't know if Taguchi's quite got the try. I think now he does. I think he's got it secure. But he lets.
Oh, he put him down. Oh, distraction from the Young Bucks
again.
They are saving Kenny Omega big time in this match.
Young Bucks.
Oh, he's gonna duck. Yeah. The knee to the face.
God, the knee, and that's got to take care of Matt.
Another one.
Chicken wing back.
Oh no, he reversed it. Oh no, he got that right to the gut. That was a double knee to the gut.
2. And Omega still kicks out.
Dude, a chicken wing double knee gut buster. That's ridiculous.
That shouldn't even be a thing. Oh my God, I'm losing myself right now in this match. Omega still kicked out.
I didn't even realize it was a thing until I looked back and, in hindsight, thought about what it was.
In the best possible way, only in Japan. This is such an innovative culture. And you see things that I think defy the human imagination. And these guys, my God, they're just wrecking shop right now.
Taguchi is wanting something big on Omega. I don't know.
I'm in like that angle slam position. I wish I could call it.
Yeah, I mean, between the ankle lock and now he's going for what looks like an angle slam. Who's he think he is?
And he's got it, but it could be. I was gonna say, could it be like a?
Kenny fought out of it.
But he did fight out of it with the pointed elbows to the thing.
Oh, Kreutz Wrath! No. Full.
Oh! Snap release dragon suplex. Holy crap.
Dude, the suddenness that he hit that move with. Oh, the knee to the head.
Equilibrium's got to be. It's over for Taguchi. I think whenever Kenny Omega hits here, it's over.
I think he's going for the One-Winged Angel.
Oh my God.
Look at this, dude. Look at this. Ridiculous.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
1, 2. Bullet Club adds a championship.
Kenny Omega, the cleaner of the Bullet Club, earned his stripes tonight, or should I say he earned his jacket tonight, because my God, he just brought home the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship from a very game Taguchi. What a matchup.
All right, John, since we're playing this game, that or the Openweight?
Oh, God, dude. Oh, don't even do that to me.
I know, right? They were both so good.
It's criminal to even try and put it on a scale, because this is a style that I'm more accustomed to. That fast-paced, whatever. That strong style was my first real taste, and honestly, I didn't want to leave the buffet line. It's just unbelievable. But big ups to Kenny Omega. You have to give a major assist to the Young Bucks, though. I think they were so vital at points in this matchup. But they nabbed the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And could this be a renaissance for the Bullet Club to restore themselves to prominence? Could this be the start of that, with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship firmly in the grasp of the cleaner Kenny Omega?
I think that question will be answered, or at least the answer will become significantly clearer by the end of our next match, which is Doc Gallows and Karl Anderson taking on Goto and Shibata.
I think the best question to ask is, can you and I even handle it after that contest? Good God.
Well,
even the
for
fans,
what it's worth, Karl Anderson and Doc Gallows work slower style.
All right, so at least we'll be able to catch our breath.
But Shibata, I mean, Goto is usually closer to the slower style too, but Shibata is pretty ridiculous.
And even some of the fans in attendance I saw doing the Bullet Club gesture, that NWO gesture to Kenny Omega as he was leaving. So even they had to give it up for Kenny Omega's performance. And how could you not? Just amazing. And here we see.
We're seeing like a little throwback to Goto and Shibata's past because they were friends in high school from what I understand, and they ended up going on and they both ended up being in New Japan, and then last year at Wrestle Kingdom 9 or at Wrestle Kingdom 8, this is 9, at Wrestle Kingdom 8 they fought each other. They were in a match against each other, and by the end of the match they had earned each other's respect back to the point that they agreed to team up, and they've been a team ever since.
Man, I love a good story like that. Makes me very intrigued what this team is capable of. But to kind of reset the situation,
and now they're teaming up to face the Bullet Club.
It's going to be something.
But now, what were you going to say?
And Ashton, if I may, just kind of reset everything for those that are going to be listening to this. And again, we do urge seriously that double viewing, because this card has just been amazing, and I can only imagine what the commentary would add to it. But if you are a fan of the Bullet Club, as I am, as I know Ashton is, the scorecard is 1-1. The Young Bucks were not successful in their endeavor earlier, but Kenny Omega just again nabbing the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. So this is the third bout that the Bullet Club is represented in. Can Karl Anderson and Doug Gallows successfully defend their tag team titles?
Yeah, this is the third match out of 4, which means that it's, sadly enough, it's actually possible for the Bullet Club to break even tonight.
Yeah, it is.
I always prefer an odd number because then you're guaranteed to have a winner, but in this case, it's very possible for Bullet Club to break even. Although I will say this, I think AJ Styles is going to win his match, so I don't know if that necessarily means that they're going to lose this match, which would be one less championship, so they add one and lose one in the same night, but I think that that's a distinct possibility.
It certainly is. I mean, I've come to expect anything from this show. And
there are Doug Gallows and Karl Anderson, baby. The machine gun. Oh, escorted to the ring by Tama Tonga and the Bullet Babe.
Nice. Oh, man. I love their flag. I love the jackets. Just the pageantry, I think, that the Bullet Club brings.
I love that Doug Gallows rocks the face paint when they do big matches like this.
It's awesome. Who do you give the edge to, dude?
Karl Anderson, baby.
Oh, yeah. I've got to favor the Bullet Club. You and I have seen Doug Gallows and Karl Anderson, I think, tag up before.
Dude, Karl Anderson is so underrated. Like, I feel like anybody that uses a cutter as their finisher instantly shoots to the top of my favorites.
Right, though?
And the stun gun is no different, man.
And you see now these guys, you know, in terms of their gaze, I think measuring their opposition. We've seen quite a few tag team bouts on this show, but this will be a 2-on-2 affair. Really quite how I like it. I think any other time.
I don't think there have been any other traditional tag team matches on this show, have there? They've all been 8 or 6-man tags.
Yeah. All been multi-man in one form or another. I mean, this is as basic gets.
Yep.
And I like it. I mean, that to me, you know, considering who's involved and what's at stake, the IWGP tag team championships, it's big stakes, and we'll see if they can come through. There you see the Bullet Babe.
Well, she's all right.
Ta!
Tama Tonga looks like a beast with that face paint on, though.
Yeah, he does. And it's just really going to be quite a matchup here. Like you said.
I think you're going to enjoy Shibata. He's going to me, like when I think about your perspective of this match, I think that Shibata is going to come out of this match being your favorite of the 4.
I would have to agree. And what's his partner's name again, Ashton? Just so we have all the players clear for
I believe it's Goto.
Gota. So
No, not Gota. Goto.
Goto. Yes, and here you see, and then that's what I appreciate with each matchup. You do kind of get like all the players in English and in Japanese. And Goto is starting things off with, yes, Karl Anderson. And I like it
They
here.
look kind of similar, but the easiest way to tell them apart right now is that one of them has face paint on, and that's Doc Gallows.
Exactly. And you see now these guys very early on doing the traditional, feeling out process. The headlocks, the leg takeovers, the arm drags, all that good stuff. And you see now Karl Anderson, nice uppercut there by Anderson. There's another one. But Goto, as he's just eating them, and now you see him there respond with the forearms. And you see Doc Gallows there with a kick to the small of the back, giving his partner an advantage. And that's what I love about a good team. One that, and you see again, Shibata there returning the favor. You got Karl Anderson in that kind of sleeper-like hold. Goes off the ropes, and first miscommunication of the match. Wow. And super kick, I think, by Doc Gallows.
A man that big delivering a super kick is something special.
It really is.
Lest we not forget, Doc Gallows' first experience in WWE was as Fake Kane.
And Goto and Shibata.
The senton.
Beautiful. And now I think Doc Gallows may do one, or no, he's doing a splash. Either way, though, it's painful.
Yeah, really.
You're talking about your ribs diminished to dust. As you see Goto there with the kick out, and Goto and Shibata, that miscommunication, that is not something you want to have. And you have to imagine, like, most miscommunications come very late in a tag match. I mean, that was very early on. That's how capable, that's how ready, I think, the Bullet Club is to come in here, to come into the Tokyo Dome, and have a successful defense of their tag team titles.
Yeah, absolutely. They are on point right now, and they are not letting up.
And no, they are not. And I love Karl Anderson here because he's keeping Goto grounded. He's making him work to regain that vertical base, which he does. And he's got.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Karl Anderson is insanely underrated. Look at that, a
calf kick.
Yeah,
a calf kick from a man that size. Good God.
He's about 6'3", just about 300 pounds. If I had to guess, I'd say he's probably around like 280 or so.
Him doing maneuvers like that shouldn't even be legal with those stats. But he does it, and he does it beautifully too. That's another thing. Like, his form is nothing to be scoffed at.
Right.
You can stack him up against any cruiserweight for my money, and I've seen a lot of them. So I like to think I'm somewhat qualified in that area. And there's the Doc Gallows there taking the tag, and there's that isolation working that ring. God, I freaking love the Bullet Club.
They're great, aren't they?
Just cutting that ring, and look. When you're being worked on, when you're being choked, when you're being fish hooked, and everything the Bullet Club is doing to Goto right now,
and then the bullet Babe
getting a slap. It feels like a long way from home, and that's where Goto is. It's a long way from home to your partner Shibata, and oh man, and you know what? It is so great to see Gallows be able to perform in his environment unfettered.
How crazy is it though that all on the same day, we had the releases of Chris Masters, Vladimir Kozlov, Doc Gallows, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. from the WWE, all at the same time.
I know. It's insane. And to me, I saw something special in Doc.
We have a test of power here, dude.
We do. And Goto, he gets it. He got the limit.
He knocked Gallows off his feet.
This is a pivotal moment.
Yeah, he needs to tag in Shibata. And he does.
He gets Shibata. And now let's see what Shibata can do. There are the forearms. Oh, what a kick to the face.
God.
What a kick to the face.
Oh, and he gets knocked out by a forearm.
I was getting ready to say, actually, before Shibata got that tag, I first took notice of Doc Gallows. It was when he was having the Festus gimmick in WWE, and he went toe-to-toe with The Undertaker. It was a great matchup, a nice power matchup. But here, I mean, I don't think I've ever been a bigger fan of Doc Gallows than his work with Karl Anderson as part of the Bullet Club. Just unbelievable. Yeah, and you see now power down Shibata. He's going to Irish whip him against the ropes. Tries to go there for the shot, and Shibata there with the drop kick.
See, and that's one thing that I really love about Shinsuke Nakamura. He makes drop kicks different. Like, he doesn't use your traditional drop kick. He does a one-legged drop kick. He jumps up and just does one foot drop kick.
Yeah, I've seen that. It looks devastating. As you see there, Goto having coverage there for Shibata, taking care of Doc Gallows. Shibata still got his hands full with Karl Anderson, and now Oh, just
Combination drop kick, spinning heel kick.
That is beautiful. And now look. Oh, I think that was that like a cross body onto Karl Anderson.
It looked like it to me.
Vaulted off the body of Goto. It just, oh man. And I think he may be trying to go for a belly to belly. He's got that waist lock.
Double side drop.
Oh, nice, beautiful. And then you're gonna need to lift up a guy the size of Gallows.
Yeah, Gallows is a large man. I want to say he's about 6'8", over 300 pounds.
But that's what's impressing me about so many big men on this show is their movement, because they defy.
Oh, what a bicycle kick from Karl Anderson.
He had that kind of leap to the little pep in his step before it. And now this is a bad place for the opposition to be when the bull comes in control. Oh!
The athleticism from Karl Anderson.
Karl Anderson, look, you and I, we joke around a lot. We do this and that. If anybody is legitimately entitled to be a douchebag and think that their own shit doesn't stink, it's Karl Anderson. Oh my God.
It's funny too, because I just listened to the most recent episode of The Art of Wrestling with Cole Cabana, and that had both Karl Anderson and Doc Gallows on it, and they were hilarious. They did Stone Cold Steve Austin impressions the entire time, and it was hilarious.